When, we promote abortion, I think, we're promoting a procedure that ends a human life. And for me, that's a sad thing to accept in a society.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I oppose abortion in almost any case. I was happy to see Roe v. Wade overturned.
I am very pro-abortion, free and available on demand, as my mom would always say. If my partner and I got pregnant, I would get an abortion immediately because I don't see myself in a position to have children.
I will say, from the get-go, my faith has informed my opinion, but I'm able to argue my pro-life ethic without using God or religion. And I think that's something that pro-lifers need to focus on. For you, when do human rights begin?
When you're a human, when you're born?
When you're born. So I don't see much difference in the development of the child the day before and the day after the birth.
I do think that there is a difference in what it means to, remove a fetus at those different points. I don't think that anyone is having an abortion at 9 months. If you find out at a couple weeks that the fetus isn't viable, to force a person to go through the rest of pregnancy with that is traumatizing.
I think it's interesting when you keep using the term fetus. For me, that's just another development of the human life. I think that the fetus, the preborn child, is deserving of the rights of protection to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And I think abortion denies the child that right to be born and to have a life and to live freely.
I personally wouldn't compare a fetus to a human child or in this. I get your argument. Yeah. I just think for me, the definitions are different. And I think that these laws end up criminalizing women more so. And I think that outweighs for me this idea of human rights, especially when you are kind of saying that a fetus at 2 weeks deserves the same rights as a person.
Do you think there should be any limits on abortion? I think the viability is definitely an important part of it. But at the end of the day, it's the family's choice of what happens, and I think limiting it in any capacity means that it is harder to make that choice. And I think that's what's most important here. When, we promote abortion, I think, we're promoting a procedure that ends a human life. And for me, that's a sad thing to accept in a society.
You have this pro-life argument of forcing people to give birth against their will, and then a lack of support for the state to then take care of those people when they're alive.
There's a lot of private organizations that do honestly take care of women when they're in this position. We do need to make sure that the child and his or her mother is taken care of once they're born.
I don't think the state should be able to tell me what to do with my body. I think that the government should be able to provide for me, but not tell me what to do. Well, all things considered, I think both of us really coming into this wanting to have a very civil conversation and just kind of get each other's points of view made the conversation way natural. I would definitely do it again. At the end of the day, I don't think any of my positions were changed at all.
I think if the conversation went well today, much better than I was expecting. My perspective has not changed as a result of this discussion, but I do think I've come out of it having a friend.